when you are trying to run longer, you take a team along, and 10 into 0 or 1000 into 0 is a 0. But when you do a 10 into 1000, right, that becomes 10,000. And I think you got a great formula working for you. And I'm sure a lot of people will come and approach you this thing. Ninna, I was listening to one of the panelists, and I'm going a little digressing from it. Sunita Garani, film actress, maybe I think she will also approach you for some role. You remind me of this thing. So with that side compliment, Bhaskar Garu, you are a person who have seen, people. You worked in a IT lab, come up step by step, right? Human relations are very important, as Srini said, Suresh said, right? How did you manage and how did you build a 3,000 people company today, right? And you are in multi-geographies, multi-disciplines, and you're able to, get to I'm absolutely proud of the fact that today you have 3,000 people, this thing. Can you give us the revenue numbers and how this journey started? What are if you can address 2 challenges, greatest challenges that got you into the 3,000, and then I want you also tell what is your next goal.
First, I'll answer the last question and the goal. Basically, we are around 150 million currently. Our goal is to $1 billion company, like in terms of valuation or revenue. We are working towards that. So it's a Uber goal.
150 right? ARR or
it's a revenue.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a huge offshore center. That's why numbers. And we have a huge offshore center in Hyderabad and as well as in Warangal. So we have almost 250 plus people in Warangal now. Wow. And now we were planning to start. Yesterday I was meeting. I was in Bhimavaram doing some iCamp on my father's name, and I met local MLAs and MPs. They asked me to start in Bhimavaram. I have a passion to start in Bhimavaram also.
Ma Hindupuram lo kuda start cheyandi sir. Mem Rayalaseema pedavallam.
Sir, we already start chesi untaru. So. Yeah, coming to your question, sir, I think definitely, yes, there are a lot of challenges to start with. I mean, I really echo with what Srini and Suresh said. In the beginning, identifying the right person to help us to grow or start the business. So we started business in Hyderabad because we always need efficiency. That's why we started our offshore or operations in Hyderabad in a small apartment. So I don't know whom to give that one. So I approached one of my friend, and his brother is available at the time, and I interviewed him. Luckily, he worked out. It's been 12 years, he's still with me. And Srini was saying one thing, like it's very difficult to take them with us in our journey. Sometimes they're stuck in some mind space that maybe this is my role, this is what I can do. But that's where I'm really good at, planting that growth mindset in their thing and helping them and understanding the vision, like what is my vision.
How do you find that? What is your recipe to మనం ఒకరిని చూడాలంటే ఈ ఫుడ్ టేస్ట్ చేస్తాం బాగుందా లేదు మీరు ఎట్లా how are you identifying this is the person who is going to work out for me? I think that is what they want to know.
No, definitely. I mean, it's not that easy, and I want to be honest. So చూడగానే చెప్పడానికి అంత దొరకదు కష్టము. So after sailing like couple of years మనం we have to try. My goal is like every week I do around 5 to 6 interviews.
Wow.
Whether I need or not, I'll do interviews. The reason is we don't know whom will work out or in the future. So I am creating pipeline for me and for my team for future. Even if now in Hyderabad, last 10 days, I've been talking to a lot of people. In Bhimavaram, I'm doing a camp one side, and one side I'm interviewing people. Interviewing means just talking to them and understanding what is their skills, what they do, and then I'm taking a notes, and then whenever I need, I'll ping that guy. So, or that person. And then, then we'll see how they work. So this person is been there with me. Like that, I have almost 10 to 15 people under my team. So all of them are minimum 7 to 8 years with me. How I do is like basically helping them share my vision to them. Like let's say I have a goal or vision that $1 billion company, right? Just tell them why we want to do that. What is the benefit for them? So if I do it, I will be successful. But what is the benefit for them? Why they need to sail with me? Why they need to work with me? So I'll educate them. Like these are the benefits you get. So not only these benefits, let's say financial benefits, or a lot of people want their respect. So basically, we're giving the right titles to them and helping them to stay with us, big positions, and then also helping their families. So sometimes every family needs some help, like whether their cousin or their sister or their brother. I don't ask any questions. You have a person, you want to help him, just bring him, no interviews, and you train that person. Okay, your responsibility for that person, you train that person, and you take him to next level. That's the trust I have on that person. So most of these 10, 15 people, they bring their families and they really work hard. So once we give that responsibility and ownership, it's their job to take care. I don't need to worry about anything. So hope I answered your question.
No, Bhaskar, that is it's a very touching point. So you're giving a lot of value to the human relations, and you're empowering those human beings to take the ownership for whatever the actions they are taking.
Yeah. Same with work or what other direction they take. But I'll guide them. I'll help them. If they're stuck or somewhere, I'll definitely help them. But I'll give full ownership to them. Definitely.
Hari, before I come, I want to Prashant and your team. Please do warn me, because I do have a habit of just keep on talking. No one can stop me. So please keep a tab on the clock and do tell us. Someone will stop us. Okay. Hari, you heard this three gentlemen talk about the very different journeys. You are in a stage of growth, right? What did you, if there's one point which you took away from these three, which you would want to now implement, what would that be?
I implemented transparent, and let me explain you what happened. So my background, I came to America 2000 అండి. సో 2000 నుంచి 2009 వరకు జాబ్ చేశాను. 2009లో కంపెనీ పెట్టానండి. సో విచ్ ఇస్ SR Tech Solutions, స్ట్రాటజిక్ రిసోర్స్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్. సో 2010, 2011లో నా దగ్గర ముగ్గురు ఎంప్లాయీస్ వచ్చారు. ఒక ఎంప్లాయీ నాతోనే ఉన్నప్పుడు గ్రీన్ కార్డ్ వచ్చినా నాతోనే ఉన్నాడు. సో అప్పుడు అరౌండ్ 30+, 32, 33 మై ఏజ్. సో అతను బిల్లింగ్ రేట్లు ఉంటాయి కదా సార్. సో $50 బిల్లింగ్ రేట్. ఐ యూజ్ టు వర్క్ ఆన్ 70-30 బేసిస్ బ్లా. సో నా బిల్లింగ్ రేట్ ఎంత సార్ అన్నాడు.
వాళ్ళు ఆ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అంతా వాళ్ళకి ఆ బ్లాలోనే ఉంది ఇంట్రెస్ట్. వాళ్ళకి మీ $50 మీద లేదు, ఆ బ్లానే కనుక్కోవాలనుకుంటున్నారు వాళ్ళు.
సో 45 అని చెప్పాను. దట్ మీన్స్ ఐ హైడ్ $5 రైట్.
కరెక్ట్.
సో ఒక 6 months తర్వాత అండి, సో ముగ్గురు వచ్చారు నా దగ్గరికి. సార్ మీరు అబద్ధం చెప్పారు సార్ అన్నాడు. ఒక క్వశ్చన్ వేసాడు కుర్రాడు. సార్ ఇంటి పెద్దే అబద్ధం చెప్తే ఎవరికి చెప్పుకోవాలి అన్నాడు. ఇంటి పెద్దే అబద్ధం చెప్తే ఎవరికి చెప్పుకోవాలి మేము అన్నాడు. సార్ 2011 నుంచి ఇప్పటి వరకు నా డైరెక్ట్ క్లయింట్ తప్ప C2C బిజినెస్ ఎవ్వడికి నేను అబద్ధం చెప్పలేదు. డైరెక్ట్గా PO షేర్ చేసేస్తారు. That's my transparent business I'm doing. That's why I've grown this much.
Very well said. So ఇంటి పెద్ద అబద్ధం చెప్పకూడదు అనేది a great point. Very absolutely. So again, Srini, I'm coming back to you, right? In the journey of scaling up, right? If there are entrepreneurs who are there now, Suresh has given them the idea to approach him for a franchise. If they want to go to any of the African countries or the European countries, they might open a cash tech. If they come to you and say, Srini, we have a product idea. We are looking for $100,000 or a 25 lakh rupees angel investment, right? How open are you, and what is your current state of business? What is that you are doing after you have done your exits?
Right, a good question. Actually, right now I'm talking to a few of the folks here too, the product company.
మీ గురించి ఈ క్వశ్చన్ అడిగా. మీకు ఎవరికైనా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంది ఏంజల్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ కావాలంటే మన శ్రీనిని ఈ ప్యానెల్ తర్వాత రీచ్ అవుట్ కండి.
So there are, again I go back to my point, right? You need to have a very, very clear purpose and practice if you are a CEO, whether it is a product or services, solutions, doesn't matter. And if that matches, if it is really clear, then other person, not just Srini, anybody here can figure it out, it is value. So your goal is to make sure that that value coming out for anybody, right? So now with that, I'll go back to your question. There are, Navitas as a solutions company, we always build a lot of accelerators, and we won a big contract with one of the states, and we got one of the product companies as a solution for them, and that's how we present that. So that one way of bringing the young companies into the limelight. The other one is through all this seed funding or our tie or BitSpot. There are different areas we come in, we do the due diligence, and then we allow them to do their pitch, and then we actually, whatever the portfolio companies, we take it to our client base. So there are multiple ways to do it, but the way to do this is to not just to come in and say, okay, I have this product, here's 7-page deck, can I get something, right? We need to have one of these, either the value should be unique enough for the person on the other side to really latch onto that. And then we can work together hand in hand as a product, right? So
Bhaskar, I want to ask you a question, but before I ask, does anyone want to ask a question from the audience? I can take 1 or 2 questions. Anyone in the audience wants to ask a question to any of the panels? Okay, looks like
Please raise your hand.
no one wants to. Good, go. Okay, Nana, Tamru, munduku ra. Tondar ravali. But it has to be a question, no suggestions, nothing. You have to be very crisp, otherwise I will cut you off. I'm very, very rude in that manner.
Sure.
Yeah.
So generally, a small entrepreneur starts his business with bootstrapping. So when we talk about scaling, it is becoming very hard these days to scale up and to raise funding, to get connects, or something like this. So what is the better suggestion you have budding entrepreneurs like me?
Great question. What's your name?
Sai Krishna.
So do you run a company? Do you own a company?
Yes. I'm starting a new engineering college. It is called Leapstart School of Technology.
Fantastic. Sai
Yeah.
Krishna, one small session I'll give you is whenever you introduce, you sell yourself by telling what you do.
Please.
That's the easiest way to sell to the other people here.
Yeah, sure.
So Sai Krishna runs an engineering college. Bhaskar, that is a question which I wanted to ask. You are wanting to be $1 billion company. You wanted to scale. It is not easy to scale to that level. That is what even Sai wants to understand from you. Are you planning to do an organic growth? Your journey has been for 12 years now. You reached a 3,000 people company. You cannot do another 12 years, right? We are all of that age right now where we need to do some magic. Definitely. What is that magic potion in your pocket which you're going to show to our Aptulu here that you are a $1 billion company?
Definitely, Muraligar. So, I mean, there are a lot of strategies we are doing. It's not just single strategy to be there for 1 billion. A couple of strategies we are doing is like, it's not possible through organic growth. So we are acquiring companies. We are in the process of, looking companies. So some of the revenue comes from them definitely, because which will complement our current capabilities. So currently we are not big in government on our, side or the local counties. So we are looking into one side. The other side we are looking at is like, in European market. So we are very strong in North America, especially in US, Canada, and Mexico. So I'll give you one last question you were asking about what are the big challenges, right? One of the challenge I faced a couple of years ago, last year exactly. So one of my biggest client, they're transitioning their resources to Mexico because of their business strategy. So, but I never done business in Mexico, or I don't know how to do the business. So it's a $10 million business, and every other company are biggie companies. So it's very difficult to compete with them. But I still able to compete with them because, I found a route. Like, when I was working in Microsoft, I have a lot of friends because I worked in a finance division. I have a global team. So I reached out to him, friend, his name is Rafael. I need some help in Mexico. So he helped me to connect with local company. So I started, hiring from that company. And then within a year, now it's 100 people in Mexico for me. From 0 to 100 within one year to 1.5 years, we're able to do that. So it's a very big challenge, but we have to find the right person or right way to get the help. So with that one, I didn't lose the business, and then I've been adding much more business to that. It's almost 10 to 15 million business now just in Latin business for me. So that kind of challenge every time, every month, every year it comes. So we have to take that challenge and see, how we can help, or take the help from the other people. That's why I never, burn bridges. So I always be friend, and because I want to create win-win situations for anybody.
So
if
there are
somebody
two
comes-
lessons for me which Bhaskar I learned. One, networking is very important.
Very
So
important.
guys who are all there, if you have not met people, make sure that you meet at least collect 10 new business cards.